Hey guys, today I thought I'd do a get ready with me video just because I've been watching get ready with me videos like crazy because I think they're really interesting. So I thought I'd do one. Hopefully it's semi-interesting. I have a lot of new things that I've recently picked up, and I had an eye look all planned out what I was going to do because I usually plan out my makeup the night before. Just because it seems to go easier that way, but then this showed up. I did purchase this, but it wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow, and I heard the doorbell ring and was like, oh, the only thing that I know is coming is this. And so it came a day early, and I haven't touched it yet, and oh, I'm so excited because when the first Naked palette came out, I didn't really know. I was just like starting to get into makeup, so I bought it late, like way after it came out. And the second one, I bought it way after it came out. So this is like the first one I've had like the hype around that I really wanted. And I love pink tones and purples, and so I was really excited. And I love that the black in here is really more of a purple. So I'm so excited that this came early. And so I guess I'll get started. I used my Clinique Dramatically Different gel, which I'm just trying to finish up. I probably won't purchase that again. And then I used my Origins Ginseng eye cream. And a little bit of Chapstick Hydration Lock, which this is a really nice like primer for your lips because it doesn't feel like glossy. It feels kind of like a silicone primer, but not quite as slick. So I'm gonna have to try to find my, oh, here it is. I'm going to use the Tarte Clean Slate primer on my eyes. Actually, this comes with the Naked 3 palette, so I think I'm going to use one of these. It's going to be like an hour of me just deciding which one to use. I'm just going to use the original just to, no, I'm going to use Eden, which is it says a nude color. Okay. It looks like the normal one. Maybe the normal one doesn't have color in it. This is very similar in tone to the Painterly paint pot. Might be a little lighter. I didn't realize how bad the lighting is. So it's just like a nice nude base, taking out all like the redness in your eyes. And I always do my eyes first. I don't know why, even if I'm doing lighter shadows. So let's pop this bad boy open. Oh, so pretty. And there goes the brush. And I like this brush. It looks really cool. I thought it was going to be the same as the Naked 2, but this end is different. It's kind of like a MAC 217. And then you got your flat shader brush. So I think I'm going to use Buzz on the lid, which is right there. Ooh, gotta take the plastic off. If you can't tell, I'm like super excited. Oh, and it looks like the sun came out. Ooh. I can't believe that Christmas is in 2 days. We didn't get a tree this year because we've both been really busy, my husband and I. And so it never really feels like Christmas. We don't really have anything up. I did put my manger scene up and our stockings. But somehow without a tree it doesn't feel like Christmas. But my parents got a tree and I was the one that went with my mom, and it was quite the experience because she wanted to take the net off of the tree before she took it in the house. So I'm holding this like 6-foot tree, just me, and she's like trying to get the net off, and I'm like, Mom, this is not light. This is a freaking tree. Please hurry up. So I learned that I'm never gonna go get a tree with my mom again because I don't want to hold the 6-foot tree by myself. So in the crease, I think I'm gonna use Nooner, which is a purpley matte color. And I'm gonna use the other end of that brush. I really like this brush. You can get like a really defined crease with this brush. I'm gonna blend it out, but if you like the like really defined crease look, you could do that with this brush. Then I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and a little bit of Limit, which is here, which is a rosier matte, kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like a rosy nude. And I'm just going to buff the Nooner out. And then I think I'm going to use Strange, which is, it looks matte. It might be satin finish, excuse me. I'm going to use that under my brow bone. It's a really nice highlight color, especially if you are fair. Yay! And I think I'm going to use my Fluid line in Past Twilight, which is a black and plum, because I think it will go really well with the tones of this palette. And I'm going to use this brush, which I got, excuse me, in a MAC Holiday palette or set. I'm going to use, obviously, the liner brush. Excuse me, jeez, I always get hiccups at the weirdest time. I do really like this liner color with these tones or shades, the rosy shades. So liner is done, so I'm going to move on to my face. And I recently picked up this Baby Skin primer, or pore eraser, but it's basically a primer. So I'm just going to use a little of that on the back of my hand. And I kind of press it into where I have pores. And then really smooth it. And I'm just using the extra everywhere else. Giving it one final sweep. And I picked up a new foundation yesterday. I've never seen this before. I believe it's new, and it's the Rimmel Stay Matte. And it's a liquid mousse foundation, and I have it in the lightest shade. I've heard good things about Rimmel's foundations, but whenever I look at them, they all look really orange, and obviously I'm really fair, so I've never picked one up. I was hoping that this one would be like the Jouer matte moisture tint that I have somewhere. But obviously this is a lot cheaper. And so I haven't really seen the shade. I kind of looked at it in the store, but can't really tell when it's in the tube. So it looks like a pretty good shade match. And it feels very similar to the Matte Moisture Tint. Kind of that like whipped. And I'm just going to use my fingers and perhaps a mirror. Doesn't really, it has like a very light fragrance, but nothing too noticeable. It blends in really nicely. I think this is a pretty good color match for me. So far, I really like this foundation. It blends in really nicely. Feels very smooth. I actually have like a fair amount left on the back of my hand, so I have to remember to use less. And I look really ghostly, but I'll fix that. Yeah, I really like this. It feels very like smooth, and it's not like grossly matte. So next I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, which I love. I don't think I'll be getting the Studio Finish again because I think the Pro Longwear covers dark circles and blemishes just as well. So, and it's more sterile because it's in a pump. For some reason, there is red lipstick on my under eye concealer brush, which is no good. So I guess it's back to fingers. I'm going to blend it just if you're a little worried about my sanity. I just use the brush to apply it because it gets up really close to your eye. And then I'm going to use the Real Techniques blender spongy Mabob, which I love. I want to get another one because I love it so much. And it's all blended, and I look less ghostly now since I don't have dark circles, although still really white. But thankfully I have some bronzer. I think I might have to powder this. It feels a little sticky. So I'm going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. No particular reason, just because, and a Real Techniques buffing brush, I think. And I'm just going to pat it on. Really happy that I like that foundation so much because it was like $5, and then I had a coupon for $1 off, and then another coupon for 20% off. So it ended up being like $3, which is a bargain. And I'm just going to do a little bronzing. This is a bronzing powder and soft sand from MAC, and Sigma F30. I even look more human now. Can't tell if I need to blend that side or it's just a shadow. I think it's just a shadow. I hope it's just a shadow because I don't see it on my face. Next, I'm going to use a blush, and I'm going to use the Balm Instinct blush in Houndstooth. I couldn't remember the color, so I was like, I know they're all named after Prince. And this is like the longest lasting blush ever. And it's like a huge blush. And my little secret, well, I guess I've shared it a lot, for getting your blush to look really good is this Marilyn Beauty Powder in Forever Marilyn, or it's a MAC powder, but it's called Forever Marilyn. And I use it to set my under eye concealer because it's a peachy tone, and then also help blend out the top of my blush. And I love it. And then for mascara, I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, which I've really been enjoying, which is rare because I'm very picky about mascaras. Just going to curl my lashes first. And then for lips, I'm going to use the Essence Stay Matte in Rose Velvet. Excuse me, I don't know what my problem is. Which I love this. It smells like cupcakes. And then because I don't really like the matte look, but I still buy matte lip creams. I'm crazy. I really like the way this feels in the color, but I just like a little shine, so I'm going to use the NYX Lip Gloss in Salsa. And I'm all done. And I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you have the Naked 3 palette and how you've been liking it and like what color combinations I should try, because I'm really excited, as you could probably tell, because I'm like totally geeking out. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later, and Merry Christmas.